Hey y'all, Joefer here, the Cranky Old Gay Guy. And today, I'd like to first say welcome to foggy old London town. Now, the thing is, it's not really London, it's Portland. And we are walking through an inner urban area in inner northeast. It's not downtown and it's not the suburbs, so it's urban. Inner urban, I guess. And I'm doing this today this way because I will not have time to put out a regular episode today. This is all the time I have. I'm out walking the dog before I take off. And then, I won't be home until late. And I'm not gonna have time to shoot anything or edit it. When I get back to the house, if I have a moment, I might pop this into the editor just to put a title on it. But that's about it. So instead, I'm inviting you to take this walk with my dog. And she is right there. Wow, and I get really congested when it's foggy or wet. I mean, it's just the sinuses turn on and sinus medication helps a little bit and the nose spray, but this is just, to me, this is misery. I mean, I don't know how people in England do it as far as the videos and things I've seen of being foggy and damp all the time. And yeah, that's a lot of animal hair on the ground, like something had been attacked. The dog was sniffing out. I don't understand how they can put up with it because it's chilly when it's foggy and everything's wet and moist, and Sophia's doing something that I'm not going to show you because it's obscene. And I'm going to pause this. Well, I'm not going to pause it. You know, this is reality. So let me just get out my little bag here and take care of this because it's the right thing to do. Okay. It's right here, taken care of. Whew. Oh boy. Whew. Little selfie stick turned on me there. And this is the right thing to do, so carry your bags with you. Pick up after your animals, your pets, your cats and dogs. Yes, people in Portland do walk their cats on leash. Not all of them. I never have, but I do see it when we're out walking. Okay, now we're walking along the west end of Alberta, and this is the Alberta Arts District, and this is probably the dead end of the business district. There are a few restaurants down here. Another block up, we'll hit an art gallery, and then it gets artsy and restaurants and clubs. I mean bars. There's no real clubs here. But let me show you something here. Believe it or not, that kind of area behind me that's kind of rundown looking is a really nice Thai restaurant inside. Nice as in food. They went with a bohemian chic decor when they remodeled, and I find it kind of ugly, but the food is still good. I've never eaten at the place that's right behind me. It's only been open, I think, for about a year, and it's got weird hours. One next to it is like a farm-to-table place, and it's pretty expensive. The menu changes daily because of what's available, and again, the price is just not something I'm willing to pay, much like this place right here, which is a fried chicken place, and I think a meal starts at 25, 30 bucks, something like that. Again, not something I'm willing to pay for fried chicken. Up next is a noodle shop. This is fairly new, right there, as it took up the space that was another noodle shop that lasted for 2 or 3 months maybe, and then went out of business. And these businesses, by the way, opened after COVID, not during. Across the street there is an old movie house theater, which is now a live music performance. That's where I went to see the Liza and Liberace show. Down that way is, right there, is a place that sells cinnamon rolls and soft serve ice cream. So if you want a 2-inch wide and 3-inch tall cinnamon roll and you want to pay $6 something for it, that's the place to go. Sophia, come on, run this way. That's what you're gonna do. Ugh, okay. Over this way, that brick building. That is an Indonesian restaurant, and I haven't eaten there either. I'm just not a big restaurant person. We'll walk this way for a moment because this is where the dog wants to go. Behind me is a ceramic studio where you can watch artisans when they're open. Hey, we're going this way, come on. Actually create coffee mugs and bowls and things on a pottery wheel and then sell them. And yeah, coffee cups are about 26 bucks. Right behind me is the Gardino Gallery, one of the first art galleries to open on this street back in the 90s when everything was still boarded up. And they've got 2 or 3 different artists showing every month. This is, I don't know if you can see this, but all those little pet pictures up on the wall, those are made out of lint. Yeah, like different colored hair that they kind of piece together and make portraits of animals. Next to this is a paper shop where this artisan makes paper crafts. Excuse me. This right here is a handmade custom jewelry shop. Oh, you know, I said that thing was a paper shop. I was mistaken. It's just a paper display. This is the paper shop. Right. Okay. Yeah, this, it's an Iraqi restaurant. Behind me, across the street, is an Irish pub. Walk up this way. We're not gonna go much further. There's too many dogs. This is a coffee roasting studio. Next to it is the coffee shop. Come on, this way. Let's go this way. Come on. And when we're out walking, most of the people here are, what's the word? They keep their dogs on leashes, so they're considerate of others. Usually there's 2 or 3 dogs parked outside the coffee house sitting with their owners. So when we walk, we cross over the street or walk into the street, depending on what size the other dog is. Another issue is that there are people who do not leash their dogs, and I don't want an attack happening to my little dog and traumatizer. Now we're walking in an alley. We're between that coffee roasting place and this is the back of that Iraqi restaurant. And although it's kind of thick in the alley, behind this fence they have a huge dining area because the building itself doesn't house a lot of people. It's just an old garage that's been transformed. And I'm going to pause here again a moment, so this video might get wacky. I'm going to clean up after my dog once again in just a moment. It's hard to do this with one hand. Okay. Pick that up. Whoop. We're back. She usually does 2, sometimes 3 on a walk. So I think we're through here. We're about a block and a half away from home. So we'll be home shortly and then this video will be over. In Northeast Portland, the area I live, most of the blocks have alleys like this. As you go further towards the south, a few blocks, several of them are paved alleys, which would be nice. When I bought my first house, I had a paved alley. That was nice. But now it's much like this. Mine isn't traveled as much anymore because there's only like, well, there's garages on it, but a lot of the garages have been torn down or are just not used as garages anymore. And the one end of the alley, the people that live down there don't maintain it, and it's all overgrown and you can't really drive through it. For several years, probably 16 years or so, I would mow the entire alley and keep it cleared. And that's where I could walk the dog every day, and everyone else walked the dog, and people used it as a green space. But when my mower died, for about 6 months, I had no access. Well, I had no way to trim the alley, put it that way. And it overgrew, and then when I did get a mower, it was an electric mower, so I had long extension cords, and I would try to mow, but people would just throw things in the alley. They dump broken pots and things. They'd just throw over their back fence and let it land in the alley, and it was hard on the mower. And then there were neighbors down the alleyway that were resistant on doing anything. They would plant trees in the alley so they could have shade in their yards without taking up their yard space. Or they plant bushes that just get way out of hand and they don't take care of them. And the alley soon became unpassable again. There is a one rental down there that every year blackberry vines grow over everything and cover the alley. And I quit trimming them because I wasn't mowing down there anymore. And now that one area is pretty impassable entirely. And boy, I hope you all enjoyed this walk with me this morning, because thinking about what we've been talking about, it hasn't been real exciting, has it? But that's the way it is. This is the reality for Joefer, the Cranky Old Gay Guy. Life can't always be, rainbows and lollipops. Instead, we have to face the cold and bitter reality that is life and Portland and things that make me cranky. And those things are people who don't pick up their, today, at the moment, people who don't pick up their dog poo. I have seen a couple bags, or they'll pick up their dog poop and then they just throw it on the ground and let somebody else take care of it. That's irritating as F. As is this fog. I mean, we have a fog advisory, I think, until 10 or 11 o'clock this morning. And I'm not quite sure what fog advisories are for if you're not an airline or driving on a highway, because as a walker, it doesn't really matter. And let's get out of the alley because a vehicle's coming. So let's cross over this way. Come on. Come on. Let's get up on the sidewalk. Whew. Oh boy. Yeah, you're gonna say I should probably use a Steadicam when I do this. Yeah, I probably should. But do I have a Steadicam? No. I did order one. It's kind of a Steadicam that looked really good in the video demo, but I have not been able to get it to really be steady. It tends to jump around and spin the camera a lot. Okay, we're here, so I'm gonna let you go. And until next time, this is Joe for the Cranky Old Gay Guy saying, stay cranky.
In the Portland vault we're stepping, Sophia and I die, the world is ours. Morning chill got Joefer stressing, cranky vibes in this gray hour. Foggy streets we wander free, Sophia's tale a happy plea. Joefer's cranky keeps us grinning, morning fog sets us off winning. Pavements wet with dew and wonder, Sophia sniffing every place. Joefer's mutters loud like thunder, but we just laugh and pick up pace.